Alrighty, guys, so it's about 2:15 right now on the East Coast, and the markets are pretty flat. We have the Dow Jones down 0.3%, the Russell and the S&P, they're down 0.1% each, as we have the Nasdaq up 0.1%, VIX at break even, and we have gold and silver moving up a decent amount. Silver's up about 1.5%, as gold is up a whopping 2%, which is actually a pretty big move for gold. So in this video, you guys know the drill. We're going to break down the markets. We're going to talk about some stocks. We're going to break down some charts, so sit back, relax, take a sip of whatever you guys got. I got a mango smoothie right here, mango banana smoothie, and I also have a water, guys. We always have to have that water. So sit back, relax, get your 10 stocks and your 12 stocks. Link down below, 10 stocks from Moomoo, 12 stocks from Webull, and let's get into it. So currently, again, it's a pretty flat day. The S&P 500 via SPY here, you guys can see, has been consolidating all day, which I think is a very good sign for the bulls, considering we're consolidating right now above $413, and we've actually held that point all throughout the day. I mean, we did go under it a little bit momentarily at about 10:30 a.m. here on the East Coast, but we've tested it many times after that, 413, and we've held it. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you should know, and this is why you got to subscribe if you haven't done so already, you should know that 413, 414, that was resistance in the end of July and for the first couple of days of this month of August. You know, particularly the 1st of August and the 2nd of August, as you guys can see here. And we'll take a look at Triple Q in a second. So the fact that we broke out yesterday, and today actually we took the highs out from yesterday as well in the pre-market, SPY hit 416, and now we're consolidating. That is a very good sign for the bulls. So at this point, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to get a bounce towards 418, or are the bears going to somehow push us through 413, 410, maybe even under that? So we have to be patient. You know, we have to pick or wait and see what direction the S&P 500 picks here. And for Triple Q, which you guys should know tracks the Nasdaq 100, it's a lot of the same price action. We got a breakout this morning to about 325. That was in the pre-market, pretty early in the pre-market. And you guys can see, did that take the high out? Yup, it did. It took the high out from yesterday, like what we saw with SPY. And at this point, we're just consolidating. Triple Q is holding above, 320, 22, 23, which happened to be where we were right around the close yesterday. So the fact that we're consolidating right now at yesterday's close, that's a pretty good sign. Now, I want to see if bulls could take this thing past the highs from the pre-market. That'd be interesting to see. So I'm going to set my alert. Mark is at or above $325, and we'll see where it ends up going from there. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think the bulls are going to take this for another run, or are we going to end up getting a bit of selling pressure? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button as well if you guys are finding value. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks. We have a couple of stocks here moving, which are just continuing to move, and they're defying the laws of gravity. Amazon being one of them. Look at this. Amazon is up again 2% on the day. It was just that before earnings, $115 a share, which is where we called it out, and we were talking about it before earnings. And like I always say with earnings, guys, I don't buy before earnings, even if I end up missing the move, which in this case, I missed the move. And guess what? I'm okay with it. I'm completely okay with it, because the risk there is, if you're wrong, well, you're going to get caught in a bad trade, right? You're going to have to take a loss. But anyway, Amazon is breaking out of the wedge from before earnings, obviously, and today and yesterday, very, very briefly after the bell, looks like, or maybe right before the closing bell. Anyway, it broke above the highs from the end of July. The highs from the end of July were 140. We took those out very briefly yesterday, and now we're completely taking them out as we're trading at about $142. And again, Amazon's up 2%. So when is this? The million-dollar question is, guys, when is this going to slow down? Well, we have a big resistance coming up at $148, $150 a share. That was support in the middle of April. You guys can see that right here. So maybe it does run up another 3%. That's definitely possible. But at some point, we're going to get that selling pressure, that profit taking. And I feel like it could come between where we are now at 140 to about 145, maybe 150. And where are we going to go, in my opinion? I feel like we're going to retrace towards these moving averages. We're gonna cool off. We're probably not gonna go, and I mean, who knows? Anything could happen. But my guess would be Amazon is gonna come down to about 135, maybe not 135, maybe lower than that, but probably like 130. 125, that could be a healthy pullback spot. And if it starts getting under the 180 SMA here, right around 115, 120, then it might be going down to the $100 low. That would be where the bears might start gaining some momentum, but the bears are clearly not gaining momentum right now. So that is how we have to treat it and look at it. And at this point, it could be going to 150 by the looks of it. So let's take a look at some other ones here. We have Chewy moving up again, which is one that I talked about. Did you guys catch my, I think it's called 5 oversold stocks video? That's one that we talked about there. And Chewy is slowly starting to play out. You guys can see we broke the neckline of the head and shoulders. I drew this out in that video, and that was, I believe, over the last weekend. You guys can see here we have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. We took out the neckline at about $40, 41, and now it looks like, excuse me, guys, jeez, I need to get some water. We're not editing this video. We're going to keep it pushing, guys. We can see now we are breaking out of the 50 SMA and the top of the wedge here at about $43 as the stock's up over 2% on a day where the overall market is pretty flat. So I'm thinking that's good. That's a pretty good sign. I feel like Chewy could be making its move back to the mid 40s. Heck, maybe even higher. We have to just play it by ear and see what ends up happening these next couple of days. What else do we have here? We have Airbnb continuing that move. I think it ran up after the bell after earnings a couple days ago. Yeah, or actually it tanked after earnings, recovered the losses. That's what I meant yesterday. And now it looks like we're up above where we were before the earnings. Crazy how that works. So Airbnb looks like it might be going to 125, maybe 130 in the short term. That's where the right shoulder here in the inverse head and shoulders that you guys can see, that's where that could be completing. What else do we got here? AMC, holy crap. AMC is continuing the move. It's up now 5%, over $19 a share. GameStop is also up about 1.5% on the day. Not as much, but still making a move to the top of the channel like we mentioned, I believe, in my previous video. So these stocks are doing very, very well. Let's see some red stocks. We have a couple of speculative names, red today, unprofitable companies, whatever you want to call them. Beyond Meat is down 6%. I see a Head and Shoulders playing out here. I would stay away from that by the looks of it. JWN is down 5%. We have CrowdStrike down 4%. Let's pop this up. I actually looked at this a couple of days ago, or maybe 2 days ago. You can see here, this failed to break out of 195, which I called it out, and I said if it takes 195 out, this triangle would play out. Boom, would take a shot probably to the top of the channel, anywhere from 205, 210, maybe higher. But clearly we got rejected at 195. Boom, now it's down 4%. We're at 187. So watch out for CrowdStrike. Maybe it recovers, but it's not looking like it wants to do that quite yet. DraftKings, we are down 3% on. We're not going to talk about that. I think I talked about it recently. XLE is down 2%, which makes sense. Oil, energy stocks, they're not doing that well today. We have Snap slightly above $10 a share. But it's holding on for dear life. It's down about 1.4%. This could easily tank under $10 a share any single day now. Starbucks is one that is moving down 0.5%. When did they report? We talked about them, didn't we? 2 days ago? That's right. I talk about so many stocks, guys, that I forget what day I talk about which one. But overall, Apple, let's run through big tech and end the video. Apple is down 0.5% today. Not really doing much, but it makes sense. I mean, look at the stock, guys. It broke out of the channel a couple of weeks ago, or really just about a week, 10 days ago, not even, about 1 week ago. And we've been getting this golden cross, which was a couple of weeks ago, and it's just a bit overbought. But like I always say, do not fight the trend. The trend clearly is showing bulls are, gaining steam. Bulls are in charge. So that's how we got to play it. That's how we got to look at it. Same exact thing, like I said, with Amazon. And let's see Google. Google's my biggest individual stock. You guys know that. I say that pretty much every week here on the channel. Google's at a big level of resistance. Now, you know what is about to get real. It's about to get real right now with Google because we're at a almost 3.5 month resistance since the end of April, mid-April, at about $120 a share. You guys can see we haven't been above that barely since the end of April, early May. So this is going to be a sticking point. If we could get buying pressure out of here on Google, that's going to be very good, at least in the short term, right? Obviously, this is all for the short term. Long term, who knows what's going to happen? I'm invested long term in Google, but in the very short term, looking at the technicals, the charts, we break 120. 125 is next. That gap, boom, you guys can see it. 125 is where we double bottomed back in the beginning of March, middle March. You can see that. Then we ran up. That would be the next gap to fill here. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to smash that like button if you found value in the video. And do not forget to subscribe if you want to catch all the content, which you're going to want to catch all the content here on YouTube, guys. And if you want your 10 free stocks from Moomoo with a $100 deposit, each of those could be valued up to $2,500 free money. That's linked down below. And do not forget to also get your 12 stocks from Webull with any amount of money deposited. Also free money, link down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, for all the support. As always, you guys are awesome. Peace out. I'll see you later. Have a good one.